The Bills try to go to a 4-1 start to begin the year, while the Niners and Eagles look to stay undefeated. Hey everyone, and welcome into another edition of the NFL Breakdown. Rob Wong, joined alongside by Postmedia sports betting columnist Brennan and Toronto Sun NFL writer Dan Bilicki. Time to get their picks for three must-see games in week number 5. And Don, it is an early morning for the Bills and Jags fans on Sunday. The two teams set to square off in London, England. Buffalo, a 5.5-point favorite as the home team. Which side are you leaning for in this one?
Can I first just point out that Dan and I both made the correct pick last night? Yeah, I mean, I think it's a unique situation. The Bills are going over to England. It's only the second time they've been there. The last time was in 2015, and they got beat by, of course, the Jaguars. The Jaguars live over there. I mean, it's 10 games they played there, 5-5. Their record is they played there last week. I think the Bills were so impressive last week, and I think they've established themselves as one of the best, in my opinion, two teams in the NFL. But the Jaguars look like they have things turned around, and I think the acclimatizing factor is going to play in their favor. They've been there for 2 weeks now. I think that they're going to keep things close. I still like the Bills to win, but I like the Jags to cover.
Yeah, this is the first time they've actually stayed for 2 straight weeks, so there's no real telling if that will have a positive or a negative effect. We'll see. But what we do know is Josh Allen shook off the rust from that week 1 loss, and he only has 1 turnover in the past 3 weeks. Bills has an excellent record as a favorite against the spread, so I'm going to back the Bills.
Dan, the Niners are still undefeated at 4-0. Feels like Christian McCaffrey is running at a touchdown every single possession for this team right now, while they'll host a 3-1 Cowboys team that is a 3.5-point road dog. Always fun to have these two historic franchises meet up. Which side are you leaning?
Well, with how efficient and excellent the 49ers offense has been, right now, even Dallas' strong defense is going to have some problems slowing it down. McCaffrey's having like an MVP caliber season, which is saying something for a running back. They haven't lost a regular season game in almost a year with him in the lineup. And when these teams met in the playoffs the past 2 years, the Niners won by 6 points and 7 points. So I think they'll do the same here.
I think that Brock Purdy showed last week how good he is. We've known he's good for a while. He's 9-0 in games he started and finished, but he just missed on 1 pass, 20 of 21, 283 yards. I like the Dallas defense, but they're missing Diggs. And I think that, there's enough aerial weapons for Purdy. And of course, as Dan says, Christian McCaffrey's just been unreal. I think that as much as Dak Prescott likes to tell reporters, oh, you're working me up, you're getting me mad, but reminding me from last year's playoff game, I don't think it's going to matter. I think the Niners are going to beat them, and I think they're going to cover.
Finally, Don, the Eagles and Rams will square off in L.A. Jalen Hurts and the Eagles also 4-0 and are 2-0 against the spread on the road this season. They are 4-point favorites in L.A. Do you like the Eagles or do you like the Rams?
It's funny. The Eagles are unbeaten. Jalen Hurts is 18-1 as a starter. And the Philadelphia fans are still a little bit nervous. And I think they have good reason. I don't think the Eagles have looked as sharp as they have in the past this year. I think that something's missing, or it could just be the fact that they have 2 new coordinators and it takes some time to adjust. But their secondary isn't up to snuff. And I think that with the Rams having Cooper Kupp back this week, it looks like he's going to be back anyways. And I really believe that with Matthew Stafford, even though he's got a bit of a hip injury, that he's going to keep things interesting for the Rams. So I like the Rams to cover and possibly and probably, with that, upset the Eagles, give them their first loss.
Well, you know what? I think the same thing. The Rams, they're certainly capable of keeping this close. Their passing offense has been great. And yeah, Cooper Kupp is looking like he's going to play this week. Puka Nacua has been like a rookie sensation coming out of nowhere. And the Eagles' pass defense can be exploited this season. So I'll take the Rams too.
Should be another fun week in the NFL, guys. What's making your betting card for week number 5? Leave your picks in the comments section below. To find all of Dan and Don's NFL picks, head over to the Toronto Sun.